Right, I'm off the beaten track now, so to speak, and heading further into the woodland. And my plan for today is to have a bit of a day camp and spend some time enjoying the woodland. It's been a little bit of an eventful morning, so it's nice to be out. And whilst I'm out, I've brought with me today, and we'll have a look at some what's probably more affordable kit and some DIY kit what I've made myself. So I'll bring yous along and we'll have a look at my kit and we'll enjoy some time in the woods. But this is looking beautiful. I'm not going to go underneath that. Looks a bit precarious. There's more along here as well. Just look, that's snapped from up there. I must admit, this little area here would make a nice little camp. Nice and sheltered from the wind and everything. I've decided to stop off at this little spot. It seems good for a nice little day camp. I've got the warmth from the sun. I'm sheltered with the fallen trees and whatnot from the wind, and I've got a really nice outlook across the woodland. And what we'll do, we'll have a little look at the kit that I've brought out with me today. So firstly, we'll take a look at my pack. What I've brought out today is the German Army mountain pack. It's a fantastic bit of kit, not too expensive and absolutely perfect just for a few hours out in the woods. We've got a couple of pouches that we can store things like water bottles, saws, your Laplander saw, whatever it may be, in the sides there. And inside today I have brought a book to read, my glasses, we'll put them to one side because I intend just sitting back and relaxing with a brew. Got a billy can here that I've made, and it's simply a charity shop find. It's just one of those tea caddies with tea, sugar and coffee. I have 3 of them, and just a coat hanger for a handle. That makes a perfect billy can. It's stainless steel and it's food grade, so that's an added bonus. And we've got my little stove where I've brought out today, my little hobo stove, and this is just simply made from one of those utensil holders that you can get from IKEA, and I think quite a lot of other retailers sell this sort of thing now. And what I've done, I've made a pot holder that I can put on the top, sit that on there simply like that, and then put me billy can on as so. I've found when I've used this in the past, I've normally put tent pegs through the holes and put the billy can inside, so it's sat like that, and I find that suffocates the fire slightly, so this is a bit of an experiment to try and see how that works, so we'll have a look at that. What else have I brought out? We brought a cup for me brew. Pick these up most pound shops, most budget supermarkets, pound, a bit more maybe in some shops, but next to nothing. Something to eat. I'm going to keep it old school, and I've gone for beans and sausages. Or when I first started doing this as a child, I'd be going into the cupboard, my mum's cupboard in the kitchen, and I'd be taking a tin of them out with me to the woods and heating them up on a fire, and that'd be me lunch. Just one of these multi-tool tea things. Little spoon, fork, put that to one side. And I've brought just a cheap mess tin pick these up in supermarkets once you start getting the camping gear in. Usually come in pairs and they're usually fairly cheap. So yeah. So what I thought I'd do today is just come out, go back to basic as such, more affordability, and focus more on just enjoying this. It just goes to show that we don't have to have the fancy firebox. They're nice to have. I've got one myself and I think it's an absolute amazing bit of kit, but it's nice to just come out and keep things a little bit more simple. So what I'm going to do is get a little fire going in my stove. We'll burn the paint off these because I've never used it yet, and we'll get a brew on the go and we'll just enjoy some time out. Now we'll see if we can get the pot rest on without burning myself. That's alright, that. We'll sit nicely once them couple of logs burn down. We'll let that burn away, get some embers in there, and we'll get some water on to make a brew. Got one of these water bottles. I think this one cost me around £5 off eBay. Again, stainless steel, and it's a great little bit of kit. That's all we need. We're just making a brew. With this, we only want to put the lid on ever so lightly, because if we push that on too tightly, it forms a seal, and basically you've got yourself a bit of a pressure cooker building up going on. So we can put that on there like so, get that on to boil and enjoy a nice brew. Got these little twiggy bits in there, I think. I've gone and forgot my gloves today, so in order to lift the billy can off the stove and not get burnt, I've got myself a stick and I'm just cutting a notch in there so I can simply pour it in, lift it up, and that stays securely in place. And the knife I'm using is just a Mora. These are quite expensive. I know, £15 I think they go for. And on this one, what I've done, I've created a patina, because the carbon steel blades and they're renowned for rusting. So I've put a bit of a patina on there, and what I've done to do that, I just brushed mustard on there and lemon juice, and the acid in both of those, like I say, put the patina on, and I find that protects it a little bit from rusting. You've still got to clean it and whatever and make sure it's dry, but it just seems to protect it a little bit more. But I think I've got a boil on now, so I'm going to lift this water off and we'll get some food on the go. We'll just put that to one side. Right, I haven't had these beans and sausages for years. It's really old school. Let's try some of them sausages. Actually really delicious. Some more beans. Really nice. Nice cheap meal, nice and straightforward, giving me more time to just enjoy being out. Right, I'm going to finish these and then I'll get back to you in a little while. that's me all packed up ready for the off, and I've thoroughly enjoyed my time out. It's been a nice enjoyable bit of time in the woods. It's been great using the hobo stove and making me pot rest to go on top of it. That worked really well. It's definitely a big improvement from the last time I used it, and it just goes to show with a homemade billy can, the hobo stove, your kit doesn't have to be a fortune. Simple meal, some beans and sausages, just fantastic. It was great. It was nice just to spend and focus time on this. If you've enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up, we really would appreciate it. And please leave a comment, let us know on kit that you've bought yourself and it hasn't cost a fortune, that's been budget and you find really useful, or something that you've made yourself, like the stove or a billy can or anything such like. Thanks again for watching, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.